game, and I was watching the Boston Celtics New York Knicks game. I was flipping back and forth between those, and then when those shows were over, I got some rest.
How do you get the guys to, I mean, there's so much buzz and excitement and everything since the game. How do you get everyone to focus on FSU?
We talk about FSU. I mean, we're just inside watching in the conference room, the video. They're the fourth tallest team in the country. They can shoot the three. Michael Snare is a great player in college basketball today. They have a 7'3" center, a 7-foot center. They block shots, number one in the ACC in blocking shots. And Hamilton's teams are always very good defensively. And the most important thing is they're our arch rival. You know, you got to get ready to play your arch rival.
Maybe related to that, I had the feeling just the other night, I've seen, going back, remember the Duke game that was here like 5 years ago? Whatever it was, anyway, that it was a superhuman effort in the first half of that game. This game here tonight, it was, with the exception of your shooting percentage, which was great, but it was just like your ordinary flow of games. Is that an accurate kind of thing? I mean, that you didn't do anything really superhuman, you played your game, I guess.
What we intended and planned to do every night is to play consistently at both ends of the floor. And the things we're evaluating in terms of consistency, number one is effort. Are we giving a consistent effort, and is that effort at a very high level? Two, are we executing what we plan to do before the game? So, for example, if we plan on switching a play, did we switch it? If we're planning on trapping a ball screen, did we trap it? And then at the other end of the floor, offensively, we planned on executing a certain play after a timeout. Did we do it? And did we do it correctly? Did the guys do the little things well? And if you are consistent in those areas, then your performance should be consistent. And the other night we were consistent in both halves.
Some of the guys were talking about how now they have a target on their backs. You know, now every other coach will use that film from the other night as a motivating tool. Can you talk about that? I mean, going from being, you know, the team before that maybe people didn't expect as much from, and now a team that's beaten Duke, North Carolina, and all that.
Well, two examples I look back on in my coaching career. We were the number one team in the country at the University of Virginia when we had Ralph Sampson. And the one thing you would notice is every place we went, the place was packed, and we were their biggest game on their schedule. When I got to George Mason, that was not true initially, but after we got to the Final Four, every place we went the next year, it was promoted as the first Final Four team to ever play in our arena. So we went to Radford, the place was packed. The game before it, they drew 200 fans, and the game after us, they drew 200 fans. But our game, the place was sold out. We went to Ohio University that year, and they said it was the largest crowd in the school's history because they promoted it as the first time a Final Four team had ever played at the Convo Center. So we know that on a national level, beating the number one team in the country, beating Duke University, is a big thing. It captures the attention of players and coaches, and they're not going to be taken by surprise. You don't fly under the radar screen after that. And so we have to understand our preparation for Duke and how excited we were to play them. That's how excited the opponent will be to play us.
Jim, as far as the excitement and getting over the Duke game, focusing on FSU, how advantageous is it to have a team as experienced as yours?
Well, I think experience is very important. There's two forms of experience. There's the positive experience where you win like we did the other night, you play well and builds confidence. But there's also the negative experience where you lose confidence and you're not playing well. Thank goodness we're right now feeling good about ourselves, and we can continue to build on our experiences because we're in the midst of a 6-game winning streak. And winning has a way of